Good morning, and yes, it is early morning for me. I'm taping this while it's like 5 a.m. on a Monday, so my voice probably sounds like very deep. Anyway, make sure you have these notes. Make sure you have your name and the date at the top in the period that you're in. Today we're going to continue talking about distributive property, but this time we're going to use it in an equation. We did this with expressions, and now we're going to find these in equations when we're solving. So the distributive property applies to equations just like, what do you think, expressions. Remember how to spell expressions. Hopefully you can write better than I can on this thing. Okay, so that's why we did expressions first, because we didn't have to solve anything. All we had to worry about was the distributive property. So let's practice a few of these just to refresh our memory. When we say 4 times 2x. Remember when I draw these arrows? The reason I draw the arrows is just to remind myself that I'm multiplying 4 times everything here. So 4 times 2x is 8x. 4 times 9 is 36. They're both positive, so this becomes plus. That's it. -3. This really means I have -3 groups of 7 minus 4x. That's why I'm distributing. Okay, this one's going to get tricky because there's a negative. -3 times +7. Let's take care of the numbers first. What's 3 times 7? 21. Now let's focus on the integers. So I have a negative here times a positive here. Negative times a positive is a negative. Again, let's take care of the numbers first. 3 times 4 is 12. Whoops, that's a straight line. And there's an x. Now we worry about the signs. Negative times a negative is a positive. Okay? On this one, 1.5 times 4. That means I'm going to take 4 one time and then another half more. Half of 4 is 2, so 1.5 times 4 is 6. There's an x. Now this was a positive, this was a negative. A negative times a positive is a negative. 1.5 times 6 means 1.5 times 6. So I take 1 of 6, which is 6, and then a half more, which is another 3, and I add that up, I get 9. You can check on your calculator if you don't believe me. Positive times negative is a negative. Okay, now, don't forget, you already know how to do this stuff. We're going to do this with two-step equations. Now, combine distributing with solving two-step equations. So just like we've been doing, but now we're going to throw some distributive property in there. I'm going to scroll up, so make sure you have all these notes before I erase the page. Okay, so it says solve each equation below and then prove our answers correct. We should be doing that every single time anyway. So I'm going to distribute here and here. 4 times 5 is 20 with the x. 4 times 6 is 24. They're both positive, so a positive goes in the middle. This equals 12. Now you're back to the two steps, so nothing's changed. I know I have 20 times x. I have to take care of that last. I'm going to subtract 24 on both sides because we always take care of the addition and subtraction first. Once we've distributed, of course. I have 20x equals 12 minus 24 is -12. If I divide both sides by 20, I'm wondering why they wanted to give us such a crazy number here. So that means x equals, now I think I can simplify the 12 and the 20 by dividing each of those by 2. So I should get, actually I could divide by more than that, I could divide by 4. So I should get -3/5. And of course we have to check. So the first thing we do is rewrite it. Original equation. All I'm doing is copying the original. Can you tell I have a cold? But you hear my Christmas music playing in the back. Okay, so now I have to substitute in. Actually, now I know why they gave us such a crazy answer, because we're multiplying by 5, which is going to be easy because the denominators will cancel out. Okay, plus 6 equals 12. Okay, so what I meant by that is if I'm multiplying fractions, if I put 5 over 1, if I'm multiplying straight across, I'm going to get something that's divisible by 5 on both the top and bottom, so I might as well just cancel out the 5s now. And now I have 4 times, and it's just -3. Oh, by the way, I forgot my parentheses up here. Okay, so -3 plus 6 equals 12. Now, I wouldn't suggest when you're checking that you would distribute the 4. I would suggest you do order of operations and do everything in parentheses first. So I have 4, -3, and 6. The signs are different, so you find the difference. The difference between 3 and 6 is 3. There are more positives than there are negatives, so it stays positive. And 4 times 3 is 12. 12 equals 12. Check. Nice job. Number 2, the first thing we always do is distribute. Please, please, please don't start by adding 5 to both sides. It's not a 5. It's 6 sets of 5. In this case, -5. So we distribute. This is 6x. 6 times 5 is 30. This is positive. 5 is negative. Positive times a negative is negative. This equals 18. Okay. Now I can worry about addition and subtraction. So I'm going to add 30 to both sides. Okay. That's an addition side, by the way. Terrible. Okay, so I have 6x equals 48. Oh, a nice number this time. So I'm going to divide both sides by 6. And 6 divides 48 8 times. Excellent. Let's do our check. 6 in parentheses x minus 5. Did you notice I'm not substituting in until I rewrite the original equation? Every single time you write the original. 6 in parentheses. Now I substitute in. 8 minus 5 equals 18. Yes, make sure I copied that right. Now do the stuff in parentheses. Order of operations. 8 minus 5 is 3. 6 times 3 is 18. And 18 equals 18. Check. Nice job. Okay, looks like number 3 might get tricky. Okay, I have -3. Okay, we're working with some negatives here. Heads up. Let's do our numbers first. What's 3 times 2? It's 6. X. This is negative. 2 is positive. A negative times a positive is a negative. Now I take care of the next set of numbers. What's 3 times 4? I could do that. That's 12. -3 and -4 here. Negative times negative is positive. See why those integer rules were so important? Now subtract 12 on each side. We're going to get a nice number here. -6x equals 18 minus 12 is 6. Oh, beautiful, because look what happens when I divide both sides by -6. X becomes, well, 6 divided by 6 is 1, but it's -1 because the signs were different. Now I'm going to substitute in by rewriting my original equation. I hope you're writing your original equation. Remember, you're going to have to show us your notes at some point. Okay. Now substitute in. -3. This is 2 times -1 minus 4 equals 18. Okay, in parentheses. 2 times 1 is 2, but it's negative, so it's -2. This is -4 or -4. Either way, it's the same thing. You're still losing. And it's 18. Okay, in parentheses. -2 minus 4. The signs are the same, so we have to find the sum. The sum of 2 and 4 is 6. We keep the signs the same because they're both negative. And now we have -3 times -6. -6. So -3 times -6 is positive 18, and 18 equals 18. Check. Make sure you have all this. I'm going to scroll down for our last segment here. And it says, we're going to do some more practice on the next page. You have a backside. I don't have time to go over those problems in this video, but I will in another one. It says, when solving multi-step problems, where are you most likely to make the mistake? Every single time we see kids that forget to distribute to everything in the parentheses. They multiply by the first term and not the second. Please don't forget to do that. Oops, I need to pause this.